Drafting with Numot is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com and GatheringMagic.com. Explore the game.
Hello friends, Numot the Nummy back again for another legendary cube. There are 7 people in the cube, so I'm just going to jump in before giving all of my introductions. But just like the last few weeks, we are going to join Reno this cube and see if we can do some sweet things. Hopefully you guys enjoyed last week's showing. And you know what? I think we got a pretty nice one. This is widely known as the best creature in this iteration of the cube. Maelstrom Wanderer. 5 colorless, blue, red, green. For a 7/5 haste, gives all your other creatures haste, and has double cascade. So you're going to be able to, well, do a lot of things with this card. A lot of good cards in this pack for us, for sure. First pick wise, Griselbrand, Maelstrom Wanderer, Tezzeret. Probably wouldn't take Bosch first pick, but yeah, Griselbrand and Wanderer are both nice ones, and I think Wanderer's just the route that we want to go for sure. We're doing some funny, silly things, and I think Maelstrom Wanderer is a great pickup for that. Alright, pick 2. Man, this pack is not as exciting at all. I think Valorous Stance is probably going to be my pick. It's a very good removal spell in this format, plus it can randomly just save one of your guys if you need to. I know taking a white card after taking a 3 different color card is slightly awkward, but if you guys have watched my previous drafts, you know that, well, 4 and 5 color is what I like to do. Other good cards in this pack, Staff of Domination has some infinite combos with like Repulse, that type of thing. Search for Tomorrow is fine, Scrap, some fixing, it's whatever. We'll take Valorous Stance here. Cheap removal is generally pretty dang good. Wow, geez, another poor pack in my opinion. Arid Mesa, Fire-Lit Thicket, Fungal Reaches, Judgment's fine, Traumatic Visions is fine, and Whispers of the Muse is fine. I really like the storage land, and Fungal Reaches produces both red and green for the Maelstrom Wanderer, so I'm going to go ahead and take that here, but, I mean, could see you taking some other land, I guess. So, it depends on what you like to do during cube. Again, in this cube, all of the creatures are legendary, if you haven't already noticed, and I just like doing some big funky things, running as few creatures as possible. Wow, already hit another one of my favorite cards. If you guys were watching last week's video, you know how good Mizzix Mastery can be, especially in conjunction with like Sorin's Vengeance or Cruel Ultimatum, etc., etc. This card just always has utility, and if you're able to overload it, man, game sometimes just ends on the spot. Okay, next pick is probably going to be a Graven Cairns here. It's either that or like Floodplain. Tainted Pack is also very good. I think that card tends to wheel. Corrosive Grip is also pretty nice, but I think here I'm going to take some early black fixing. I know I don't have any black cards yet, but you can almost guarantee that I'm going to pick some up, especially if we see Cruel Ultimatum at some point. Alright, another decent pack here for us, honestly. Hana Ship's Navigator is great with Mindslaver. Go infinite, take all of your opponent's turns. Kokusho is just a solid creature. Blasphemous Act is surprisingly not very good because of how few creatures are ever on the battlefield. Catacomb's good, Tutor, Tar Pit, Selesnya Sanctuary, Chromatic Star, all fine pickups. I think I'm going to go with the Tutor here. Even 4-mana Tutor is great in this format. It's slow, it's dirtily, and you have time to find things. Going to go ahead and just easily take the Read the Bones here over the Sulphur Falls. Card draw is very important, and, well, it's another instant and sorcery for Mizzix's Mastery to copy. I'm very happy with how this has started so far. Crumbling Necropolis is a great pickup here. One of the tri-lands. Generally in my decks, tri-lands are very, very key. That in like Rupture Spire and Transguild Promenade, all great ones to pick up. But so far, I mean, we have like the best creature, one of the best spells, and some other nice draw or removal. So I think we're starting off on a good spot. I do want to pick up more cheap removal. There's a ton of cheap removal in this format. A lot of it's black. Devour Flesh, Tribute to Hunger, Far Away. There's Vendetta. There's just plenty of other things. Hero's Demise, Hero's Downfall. We're looking for all those type of cards. Turn and Burn is actually a pretty decent removal spell too. 5 mana, you can effectively take care of anything because you can turn the creature into an 0/1 and then deal 2 damage to it. Watery Grave, Wear and Tear, and Boros Garrison, all great as well. Wear and Tear always finds a target, and sometimes it finds 2, just because there's so many artifacts and enchantments in this format. but I think we're going to go with the Turn and Burn here. Just going to take the Temple of Plenty. Green-white fixing is not exactly the best fixing for us, but you never know. It might fill some niche role. I'm going to take the Fire-Lit Thicket here. We can turn our green mana into double red, which is quite nice. If you've noticed, I don't take creatures very highly, or at least the less impressive creatures very highly. Maelstrom Wanderer might be the only creature in my deck. Granted, this is only pack 1, but I tend to run very few creatures in my Legendary Cube decks. Okay, pick number 12 here. Rakdos Carnarium's a great one, as is Brainbite. Brainbite does not get enough love in this format. Target player reveals his or her hand, you choose a card from it, that player discards it. Well, in a format with all powerful spells, Brainbite is pretty dang good, but yeah, I'm actually going to take that over the Carnarium, even though Carnarium's great for us. These are all whatever. I'll just hate on a 3-drop. Kokusho's not bad. I could definitely see running Kokusho as one of the very few creatures that I ever run. But yeah, right now, pack 1 went splendidly. We got some nice removal, we got some nice card draw. We got 2 of my favorite cards in Mastery and Wanderer, so just looking to basically just do the same thing again in this next pack. Like here, I'm pretty sure I'll just be taking the Chainer's Edict. It's a great removal spell. You can cast it early and you can cast it late, and it gets around a lot of the pesky Shroud creatures and whatnot. Sisay, sometimes considered the best creature in the cube. Not for me. I don't like drafting green-white. I don't like drafting creatures. I know she gets legendary cards, but because I'm taking so many spells and so few legendary actual cards, not very good for me. We are passing an Izzet Boilerworks, Smoldering Marsh, Reiterate's fun, but Chainer's is an easy pickup here for me. Ooh, right into a Cyclonic Rift, which is one of the best ones, man. In Cube in general, Cyclonic Rift is just always great. Like early, you can just use it to bounce something. Late game, you just completely upheaval their board, except for lands. I am hoping that Vendetta wheels, and if not Vendetta, Kolagon's Command is really solid, Nomad Outpost, or it's just one of the other lands, but super happy with the Cyclonic Rift here. I'm very, very happy with the Silence the Believers to follow that up, too. I haven't taken any Mana Rocks yet, which is awkward, since I generally pick up a ton of those, but happy to take another great removal spell here and Silence the Believers. Raphellos, Fiery Confluence, Kataki, double Honden in the pack. The black Honden is the only Honden that I ever take very highly. And then if I get the other ones, sure, but only if I have the black one. We'll have to see what happens next here. Mizzium Mortars, Dreadship Reef, Steam Vents. I don't mind taking more removal. Fixing like Dreadship Reef is also pretty good. I do have one of the red storage lands, which is pretty nice for the Masteries. Now you can just filter 3 red into that. Okay, yeah, I'll take the Mortars. More cheap removal, and it can get around some of the pesky Shroud creatures by getting kicked. Not a bad pickup. Here I'm just going to take the Spite and Malice. I think Thada is also very, very good, but Spite and Malice is another nice removal spell. Actually, I'm going to take Transguild Promenade here. I didn't recognize it at first, but fixing's very, very high pick for me, and Transguild Promenade was one of the ones I was talking about early. Just fixes all of your manas. Just like Prophetic Prism does. It doesn't ramp you, but it fixes, and it draws you a card on cast, so it's a pretty good pickup here. Swiftfoot Boots is one of my main nemesis in this format. That and like Lightning Greaves are generally pretty good versus me. Salt Crusted Step is not exactly what we want to do. I might take the Worldly Tutor here just as another way to find Maelstrom Wanderer, and I'm bound to pick up another creature that I want to play eventually, so I think Worldly Tutor is a fine pickup. Looking good so far. I actually don't have any of the important spells, though, for Mizzix's Mastery. I'm looking for that Cruel Ultimatum, I'm looking for that Sorin's Vengeance, I'm looking for, heck, a lot of things, I guess. Pyromancer's Goggles. This can be very sweet. I don't think I want to take it here, though. I'm not going to take Marchesa. Sidisi can act as like a random 5-mana tutor if I really want to. I don't really want to. Rugged Prairie and Savannah are both quite poor for us. Right now it looks like we're base black, red, and maybe blue, so Grixis colors. I guess I'll just take Sidisi here in the off chance. And Sidisi's pretty nice with Kokusho, so... Wow, Captain Sisay wheeling is kind of absurd. I'm happy to take Reiterate here. Reiterate's another fun one that you can copy your spells with. And okay, so we didn't wheel whatever I was looking for. I forgot what it was in this pack, but it didn't wheel. Chapel's not bad for white fixing. Beacon of Destruction. We'll take Chapel. Ooh, Rafellos wheeling is also very scary, but happy to take a Temple of Abandon here. Fixes for red and green. Alright, so looking okay. We still need to find another win con or two. But we have one more pack to go, so maybe all the spicy spells that I'm looking for are hiding in that last pack. Alright, a bunch of creatures and an unplayable card. Hirobi Death's Wail actually has some nice synergies. But I don't think I'm going to run it. Ooh, Chain Reaction can also be pretty fun. Kind of a mass removal spell. Again, just like Blasphemous Act, there aren't too many creatures in this format. Or rather, the board usually isn't gummed up with a lot of creatures, so Chain Reaction doesn't generally do as much work as you would think it would do. That's why all of the like single target removal spells are generally just going to be better. I'll have to see, though. Again, we have one more pack to go. And all we need is a few more key pieces, and I think this deck is really good. Okay, this pack is awesome for me. 3 cards I just love in this format. Silumgar's Command, Repulse, Tribute to Hunger, and then we have a bunch of fixing like Sunken Hollow and Dragonskull Summit. Dismantling Blow is even great, too. I think Repulse is just always... This generally acts as a Time Walk. And, well, Time Walks are pretty good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the Repulse here. I might even wheel the Silumgar's Command. If I'm really lucky, I wheel a Tribute. But happily take Repulse here. See what we get. Okay, Vampiric Tutor is definitely a nice one. We already have the regular Tutor and Sidisi if I end up running Sidisi. But Vamp Tutor is certainly something that we are looking for. I think I might just cut the Worldly Tutor at this point. Passing Rupture Spire, Expunge, Arcanus, Mire, Talisman. The very first mana rock, actually, but I'm not going to pass it for that Tutor. Yuck. Not so happy about this pack. A bunch of creatures and some fixing that I don't really care about. Stomping Ground. I already have a bunch of red-green. Might just take Fiery Fall here as another removal spell. I mean, the nice thing about Fiery Fall is that you can basic land cycle it and then get it back with Mizzix's Mastery, so that's definitely better than normal, I guess. Still not finding any of those important cards that I'm looking for. Beacon of Tomorrow is cool. The Mizzix cool. Wretch Confluence is fine. I think I might just take Blood Crypt or Temple of Epiphany here. I don't have much blue fixing yet. I have Crumbling Necropolis and Transguild Promenade, but I have a bunch of red fixing. I need more black fixing is what I really need, so I think I'm just going to take the Blood Crypt, actually. Alright, just looking for like Sorin's Vengeance or Cruel Ultimatum. That's all I need. That is all I need to make this deck tick. Mystic Monastery seems fine. Red, white, and blue. Boo! What pick is this? This is pick 35, so this is pick 6. 3 more packs I haven't seen yet. I might just have to take Dragonlord Atarka here as another win con. This is a really good pack, though. Slagheap and Malice are both cards I would like to take. Silumgar's not bad. We'll take Big Mama Atarka, though. And looks like we get here... Cinderglade? I don't even need the green mana fixing anymore. I have so much green fixing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For single-colored cards. It's just not necessary. Noyan Dar's quite nice. It's another win con. I guess I can just take that. Maybe replace Sidisi. Ooh, Doretti's really sweet too, but I didn't get any artifacts to really combo that with. This is going to be an interesting one. And by interesting, I mean bad. Take the Growth Chamber here. Might just have to run that Sidisi after all. Mizzix's Mastery is not the best. I did not get the core pieces. Generally, you can get Sorin's Vengeance, Cruel Ultimatum, those type of cards really late, but just didn't see them, and that was pick 8 right there. Again, I do need to take a creature here, but a spell here, but none of these spells are good, so we'll take the blue fixing. Rupture Spire on the wheel's great. Alright, looks like Worldly Tutor's probably going to get in the deck. Just need to find 2 more playables in the last, 5 cards, 4 cards. Easy peasy. No big deal. Teysa. Okay, Teysa's not a bad win con. Hull Breach is also completely fine. I don't really like Teysa, though. In fact, I think Teysa's kind of bad. And you know what? We didn't get any rocks, so Hull Breach is probably going to be absurd. That is my guess. Kills Hondens, kills Signets, kills Talismans, kills cards like Gilded Lotus. I think Hull Breach is a good pickup, especially when you have so much red-green fixing already. What does Enlightened Tutor do? You can find Prophetic Prism. It's certainly not good enough. At all. Just take a random 5 mana 4/4. Oh man, Teamer Battle Rage Atarka. Doing it. Can't ever beat a Zergo with my type of deck. Yeah, Kamahl, okay. Kamahl is not bad. Even though Molten Slag Heap's very good for us. Alright, well. This deck is jank. I will say that right now, this deck is jank. The nice thing is I have a bunch of fixing. Right, I'm going to run like 3 basics, and I have a lot of removal. So, I don't need too much to go my way to make this work. Granted, if the opponent has enough removal, I'm just going to get wrecked, but that is the risk I took. Alright, so green cards, red, cards white, black, got a prism here. And we have a million non-basics. 13, I believe. Yeah, sweet. Alright, let's see here. Do I need Isolated Chapel? These are red-green. These are multicolor. Black-red, black-red. Multicolor, multicolor. Okay, I mean, my mana is going to be a little bit wonky. I have 4 basic lands I can add. How many black sources do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 at least. Red sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I need no mountains. We have so many red sources. White, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't need another white source, but I could. Green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't think we need any green sources. Alright, so 1 blue. We don't need much blue either, do we? Maybe it's just another black and something else. Because all of our black is pretty early and there's a lot of double. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 black. Okay. It's going to be room for 1 more source of mana. It could be the red still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, we have a bunch of red. Green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess green and blue are my next highest. Alright. 7. Well, 4 basic lands in the deck. Tainted Pack didn't wheel. That was the card I was looking for, and that would have been real nice in this deck. We only have 1 double card, which is the 2 swamps. Anyways, let's ship this, and we'll bring it back for round 1. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Thank you for watching Drafting with Numot. If you haven't already subscribed to Gathering Magic, you can do so to receive news of upcoming videos and discover new content. You can also check out our playlist that contains every episode of Drafting with Numot. And don't forget, you can easily watch the next video by clicking on the annotation on screen or a direct link in the video's description box. And as always, thanks for watching.